Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. This is Cassie. Today we're going to be doing a sneaky peek of some new sets, or a new set. I'm showing you one new set from Miss Ink Stamps, and this one is called Trendsetter. So I'm not going to show you the full-on set, even though I'm sure you can get the gist of it. We're going to go ahead and get started with our stamping. There is this giant stamp inside this stamp set, and it's going to take care of a whole background. So I have a piece of 4¼ by 5½ inch mixed media paper, and I have this into my MISTI, and I'm inking up the stamp using some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. And we're going to stamp that down. It does a pretty good job of stamping, thank goodness, because my paper did move and I knew I wasn't going to be able to stamp it again. So this worked out really well. It takes, like I said, the whole back, or the whole background. It takes up the whole page. And it's a really cool scene. So you can color that. You can do however you want to do. I'm going to show you an interesting way to do it if a background like that intimidates you on coloring. I'll show you a fun way to take care of that. I'm going to ink up one of the main images from our Trendsetter stamp. It's this girl, and we're going to color her up in a second. But my background, I put some woof ink down on my glass mat. I'm just kind of moving my finger through that after I put a little water in it. And we're just going to smush our paper into it. It's only just going to add a slight bit of color. I just wanted to take away some of that whiteness to the background. And we're going to set that off to the side to dry while we color our image with some um, alcohol markers. So I've got my alcohol markers out. I went ahead and stamped out my image using some Black Widow ink. I stamped this onto some alcohol marker friendly paper, and I'm just going to quickly color her up. We are going to stick with a very simple color palette. We're kind of going with reds and blacks and grays, which is, as you can tell, we did gray on that background. Her dress is red. Her lips are red. We're coloring her skin tone here. And then her coat is going to be black after I color up her papers that she's holding. Um, yeah, and then we're going to add a little bit of gray to her hair. This is how I hope my hair looks when I get a little older. Not much older, a little bit older. But yeah, so we're going to color her coat black. I'm using red blacks. So these have a red tint to them a little bit. It's hard to tell, but it goes really well with those reds. And I've got that RG7. And then I'm going to come in with a darker tone, and that darker tone is just the red black. So that's nice and black. And we're going to color her shoes with this black color. We're going to color her purse with this black color. We're even going to color her earrings with that black color. And right now I'm just adding some shadowing and shading to her. There is a matching die to go along with it. I don't have it, so I can't show you that, but it is going to be out there. All right, and this is what I wanted to do with that background, just to add some pops of red. There are pictures on the wall of some models, and so I'm coloring all of their dresses red. There are flowers on the table or the desk, and I'm coloring those red as well. So this is just going to give some slight pops of red. And then I'm going to add a darker red to it as well. We're bringing in, that was the R1.5. We've got our R1.7, just to add a little bit of shadowing and shading there. We did the same thing on her dress. All right. Now that that is done, I'm going to fussy cut her out. I know fussy cutting isn't for everybody. Like I said, the matching die will be available. I just don't have it yet. And I don't mind fussy cutting, but she's actually a pretty easy one to fussy cut out. So I'm fussy cutting around her, just keeping a nice white border around her. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. And then when we're done with that, we can move on to how we're actually going to put this card together. I love that there are just pops of red and it's mostly just black, and there's of course plenty of white. All right, so I didn't want to go through my stash and look for the exact same red color, so I'm going to do what I sometimes do, grab a piece of red cardstock and just add one of those red marker, or add the red to the edges of my piece of white cardstock, because I just want to add just a pop of that color for the background. And that way I'm not using a full sheet of red cardstock. So I'm going to trim this down just on one of the edges, so we'll have one bit of red on that far right-hand side. As you can tell, we're going to make this a horizontal card. For my sentiments, I'm going to stamp those out onto this black, smooth black cardstock that I have. I'm going to ink up the sentiments that I have with some juicy embossing ink. I did use an anti-static powder tool on those. just to make sure that the powder didn't stick to places I didn't want it. And then we'll cover that with a fine detail white embossing powder. Now we'll hit that with our heat tool. And once that is all smooth and melted, we'll be ready to trim this down with our guillotine trimmer. And those sentiments are fun. It says, "Don't be ridiculous. Everyone wants to be us." I just thought that was very fun to add those to this card. So we're going to go ahead and glue down our mixed media panel to the front of our other panel. And then we can think about how we're going to add those sentiments. I'm going to just cut a slanted edge on both of these. And then we're going to go and add some foam strips to the back of our sentiments as well as our image. So I've got these foam strips. Again, I don't even know where these ones actually came from. I know the company isn't in business anymore, so it doesn't really do me any good to tell you where they came from because I don't even know. And even if I did, you couldn't get them. But there are plenty of foam strips and stuff out there from various companies. So yeah, we'll add those to the back. And then, like I said, we'll add some to the back of her as well because I want everything to be nice and popped up. That'll be the dimension that we add to our piece. So now using my glass mat, we're going to line everything up, try to make sure that this is nice and straight. And yes, some of that's going to hang off the edge. That's fine. We can trim that off later. I decided to wait and do it with my guillotine trimmer just to make sure I have a nice straight line with those. And peel off that release paper on her, and then we can put her down as well. Now we'll bring in that guillotine trimmer and trim her down. And then we can add this to the front of an A2 sized card base. Now, like I said, this is just kind of like a sneak peek. So I'm going to have my Instagram linked down below. There you can hop around and check out some other examples using this set and others that are going to be released by Missing Stamps. Everything's going to be released tomorrow, so be sure to head back here tomorrow if you're interested. And then you can go and click the link and get the stamp if you like it. So if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.